Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and supporting this channel. Please subscribe if you have not yet and make sure that you have that notification bell clicked so you get notified of when I go live and when I upload videos. This is obviously not my usual type of video, but I was inspired literally yesterday. Very loud message came into my mind that said, you need to make a video, like a monthly video. And I haven't done this in a while. And so I decided to make a monthly video per season. So we have just entered into Leo season. The sun just entered into the sign of Leo, which is actually really exciting. I feel like it's perfect initiation time because this is the month of the Lion's Gate, and it's also the month of the connections to ancient Egypt and ancient Atlantis, and also the connections to the beginning of the Atlantean year. So to the Atlanteans, this season, Leo energy is actually the beginning of their year. So it doesn't surprise me that I'm receiving these downloads to start now. So here we go. Here's the first one. If you want to get more involved, if you want to know more details about astrologically what's going on this month, please join our Starseed membership. It is amazing. I love making videos for the Starseed membership. I make a monthly video I just did it for this Leo season. I tell you the astrology for the whole month. So you get to know the whole month ahead. You also get to know the energies and the theme and the meaning and the essential oil to use and the crystal to use. I do an Akashic reading for each season. And then throughout the month, as the sun travels through the degrees, I send you the information day by day, telling you this is what's happening today. This is how to make the best of this energy. This is what to do. You can do a card reading like this. You can pull 3 cards that help you to understand this energy in this way. So I give you little card spreads. That's through email. But then I also upload videos every time a planet is moving into a new sign. When there's a big transit that needs to be explained in detail, I also make videos. And the coolest part is that we have live events. So this month we have 2 live events, one of them on Ludnasa, which is also happening in this Leo season. Ludnasa is the celebration, is the midpoint of summer, and it is a celebration of gratitude of the abundance and manifestation that has arrived in our lives. So we are going to be celebrating that on August 2nd in the membership. The second live event for the month is a live Zoom support group, which we are doing every month, and that's happening towards the end of Leo season. But I hope that you join us because it's actually super fun and it's a community, and it's beautiful to feel like we're not alone, to literally have someone to talk to receive advice and feedback from each other. And also, private, you can ask me questions during these sessions, and it's really a beautiful and powerful experience. So the link is below for you to sign up. I hope that you join us and let us get into this reading. So this is Leo season, July 22nd to August 22nd of 2022. And this is a collective reading. So basically all signs are being represented here. So the way that I do these card spreads, I pull 5 cards. First card is the intuition card. The second one is the challenge. The third is the overall theme. The fourth is the wisdom from the ancestors. And the fifth one is the animal spirit. And this is kind of the overall energies that we have going on for the week. So let's go ahead and flip these cards over so we can get a visual, which is awesome because normally I don't get to do the visual this nice. And I was really missing. I don't know why I was really missing doing this. Okay, so So basically we have the Wheel of Fortune upright, we have the King of Cups reversed, we have the Moon upright, the Eight of Cups upright, and then the Lamb is our animal spirit for the month. So this is actually, when I first looked at this, I was like, wow, look at the excitement of this card. Like literally, it is just like, yes, that is exactly how I feel right now in this Leo season and these first few days, especially after such a crazy Cancer season that we just had. So the Wheel of Fortune is an amazing card. It is known in tarot as Major Arcana. In this deck, which is a deck about fairy tales, which is actually a really amazing deck, it talks about this story, Anansi from Ghana, and it's an Akan mythology. The Wheel of Fortune is endlessly turning, spun by a trickster god. What was once luck is now misfortune. What was hopeless is now joyous. These acts may seem random, but all fates are part of an interconnected web of repercussions. So this kind of bleeds into the idea of karma, and also of the cycles that we go through both individually, collectively, and like as a planet, like as globally, as a whole planet, as humanity. However, the Wheel of Fortune is an actually exciting card because it does point to the fact that a big change is coming. Like the wheels of time are changing. Like we're going to turn the wheel and we're going to start going in a different direction. Usually, to me, that is a good that's a good luck thing. So if it was reversed, that would mean that it was a bad luck. But because it's upright, this is fortune. This is an unexpected windfall. This could be related to karma, destiny, cycles. But the most exciting thing is that there's fortune. You know what's exciting about this card? Connected to the astrology of the month, it is the fact that when we have this Leo new moon on July 28th at 5 degrees, it is going to be making a trine to Jupiter. And we're going to see as the sun basically enters the sign of Leo, it starts to make this beautiful trine to Jupiter energy. And it's like, and it becomes official on the 31st, which is Sunday, which is the day that Uranus is making its epic conjunction to Mars and the North Node, which is like the biggest conjunction of the year. I mean, there's a lot of big conjunctions, but this is one of the most powerful ones because it's a redirection. It is literally that the Wheel of Fortune is changing. Uranus brings in change and shift, and we are going to be seeing a huge part of that during this Leo season. Collectively. So that is what this card is saying. Is like, we're going to start seeing these big changes, these big shifts in a powerful way, and get ready because like it says, the wheel of time is changing, has changed, and it's now up to us to either do our best with whatever it is that shows up. So the challenge, we do have the King of Cups, and it is reversed. But the King of Cups is from a story called The Boy and the Dragon Pearl, and it's from China. It's a Chinese legend. The King of Cups was once a little boy, but has matured into a powerful dragon. He is kind, but fiercely protective of those he loves. He is connected to the deep, dark waters of the subconscious. He possesses great patience and wisdom. Because this is the challenge position, and because this card is reversed, what it can actually mean that we are being challenged with this month is anxiety, lack of caring, control, violence, and imbalance. So even though it makes sense though, because if the wheels of time are changing, then we are going to feel uncomfortable. And the anxiety especially is related to Uranus transit. So we're having a big Uranus transit happening this month, and though it will cause like nervous system, Uranus rules and Aquarius rules like the nervous system. So it's like nervous system, anxiety, all of these things, imbalance, feeling uncomfortable are natural natural things that show up when we have any kind of Uranus transit. So technically, we're literally seeing that this is going to be one of the challenges of this season, is to deal with the emotional, it's like the aftermath, or like the dealing with emotionally what happens after you get like something in your life changes all of a sudden, because that's what Uranus says. It's like sudden changes. So we have the moon right here, and the moon is actually the overall theme, which is so cool. When I saw that this is the card we got, it makes so much sense, because we've got, excuse me, the sun in Leo in its rulership, and then here comes the moon. So these are two opposing, energies, the sun and the moon. The sun is like the soul, the light, and the moon is like the darkness and the inner world. So when the moon comes out, it actually talks about facing our fears. This story is Princess Kaguya from Japan. It's a Japanese fairy tale. The moon is a subconscious, and the moon is the subconscious, and all its illusions, potentials, pitfalls, and the possibility of self-deception. Here, two tanukis, shape-shifting raccoon-like animals, each there at a different moon, though it is not clear which is the real one. Oh, it's the reflection in the water. Okay, let me show you the card a little bit closer so you can see what they're talking about. So there's a reflection of the moon in the water. So one of them is looking at the moon up here, and then this one right here is looking at the moon in the water. So that is so cool. So what this brings up for me too is that this can also mean, it points to the fact that like not everything is as it seems. That's like you may be perceiving something. We all are. Like that's the nature of reality. It's like we perceive everything from our own individual perspective. But collectively this month, we may be experiencing something along the lines of we think we're looking at the truth, but it's not actually the truth. This card is about trickery, melancholy, anguish, illusion, and insecurity. But here's the thing, is that it also speaks to emotions. It speaks to don't put your, like, it's going to be an emotional month, and that's like, okay, great. But hopefully we'll experience more of the positive emotions instead of like the negative emotions that we have been experiencing. Like the intensity of Cancer season was like, okay, that's too much. So it is going to be emotional, but in a different way. And it's about, like, there's so much that can come out of this one card itself. It's the sun and the moon represented even in the card, because it's like the outer and the inner world, right? Like the reflection that you're seeing in the water is like the reflection of you. You are the sun and the moon, right? We all have a sun and a moon. And the sun is our light, our truth that shines from within. And the moon is how we kind of process life emotionally. So because this card tells us that this is going to be an emotional month, I technically, when I look at this, I'm like, I don't feel the negative energy of emotions. I feel the positive emotions. I feel like the excitement of the emotions. So if you're feeling that melancholy, that like insecure energy, ask yourself, is what I'm seeing an illusion? Am I actually looking at an illusion? Like, is this not really the reality of what's going on? Because the reality is like the Wheel of Fortune, exciting energies that are like showing up in our lives, like making huge changes and huge shifts in our lives. It is important to pay attention to the fact that these two cards, the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, are actually cards that are the major arcana cards in this card reading, which makes them extra potent. But here we go. The wisdom from the ancestors. And it is the Eight of Cups. It all really makes sense. This is the story of Moses. It's a Hebrew legend from Egypt. We all pretty much know Moses. The Eight of Cups represents leaving good things behind in the pursuit of higher ideals. Moses was raised as a prince of Egypt, but realized he needed to sacrifice his royal life and wealth to pursue a spiritual and aesthetic one. This is about walking away. This is about introspection. This is about escapism, withdrawal, but also seeking the truth. So the wisdom from our spirit guides, what they're saying is walk away from the negative emotions. Walk away from the turmoil, walk away from the illusion, walk away from your fears. Face your fears, face your anxiety. Know that all of this is due to this crazy energy here, this wheel of fortune that is like changing the wheel of time and making it so that we feel like we're entering into a completely new world. But it's actually amazing because on the other side, as we choose to walk away and leave behind that which no longer serves, that which is just, this is collective too, you guys. I mean, I'm sure you're feeling this like personally, but this is also collective. So as we walk away collectively from whatever humanity does not need anymore, we actually step into a new truth, a new story, and that's where the magic starts to arrive. So we got as the animal spirit for Leo season, the lamb, which is interesting because it's very connected to the story of Moses, right? But the lamb, what does the lamb represent? And the lamb of God and things like that, right? It's this Bible stuff coming in here. The lamb is peaceful. It's also prophetic, and it's also patient. The lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. It means approach this energy, this season, with reverence. Truth is a gift. Sit still, listen, and receive. When we're in balance in this energy, we know that we have a knowingness and we have this sense of inner peace. And you can see it, like it's such a cute little card, you know? Like if I show it to you close up, it is like the sweetest little lamb that you have ever seen. And it's so innocent, you know, there's this like innocence about this energy that I just absolutely love. So that's the major theme, the major messages that are coming through. But I want to actually pull some extra cards for us to give us deeper meaning. So we are going to start with the Earth Power Oracle. So here we go. I don't think you guys can see me shuffling, but here it is. This is the Earth Power Oracle. And it's going to give us a location, like on the earth, and a message that is important for us to hear. And I love, you know, we're here on Earth, so might as well. All right, here we go. The first card. Oh, Mount Kailash. I was actually looking at this card earlier. So this is Tibet, I believe. The card says, I am sacred. I am divine. I am humility. I can start anew. How beautiful and perfectly connected with the Wheel of Fortune is that? So this is like the affirmation that we need to know that something new is coming. We are ready for it. We can do this. I am sacred. I am divine. I am humility. I can start anew. I can start again. I can start anew. I can do this. Like, we got this. That is amazing. Okay. The other card I want to pull is from the Flower of Life Oracle deck, which I actually think is such beautiful cards. But this one's going to be a bit of a longer message, but let's see what the Flower of Life. I mean, obviously, you can tell that I'm like obsessed with sacred geometry. We do have Here, the tetrahedron, which is representative of the fire element. And then over there on the opposite side, we have the icosahedron, which is representative of the air element. And in ancient, if you want to know more about ancient Atlantis and sacred geometry, I have an entire course called the Moon Goddess Training, which it starts it's a whole year-long program. Basically, it's like a mystery school. For a whole year, you're in school, you go through 3 different levels, and in the end, you become a certified Akashic record reader, because that's what the ancient Atlanteans literally taught everyone, is how to communicate and talk to the web. But the reason why I have the tetrahedron, which is fire, and the icosahedron, which is air, and I will mention that if you are familiar with sacred geometry, the ancient Atlanteans did not have the same meaning of sacred geometry as the Greeks. So this is older than what the Greeks said was sacred geometry. So we've got the fire and the air element, which the fire element, the tetrahedron, represents the energy of Leo. So this is, the sun in Leo. And the icosahedron represents the energy of the air. But you can see they're related. Like this one's made up of a bunch of triangles. That one's made up of less triangles. So something interesting and really beautiful about these shapes. And because we have Leo is fire, fixed fire, and then on the opposite end we have Aquarius, which is fixed air. This is why fire and air are being represented here in this reading. Okay, here is the card that we got. It is called Inspired Action. I'm going to show it to you, but then it's going to be hard to read like this for me. So I'm going to just pull it back and read it, but you can see how beautiful of a card it is. So it says, and I love that it says inspired action. Like that is definitely what I'm feeling right now about this Leo season. Get into alignment and your action will be enlightened and inspired. Dude, fuck yes. Different vibrations will inspire different actions. Of course, we're actually talking about this in level 2. If you are feeling tired, your inspired action will be to rest or sleep. Ooh, oh my God, that's such a powerful message to projectors. If you are feeling love, which is very Leo energy, you will be inspired to loving actions inward and outward. So you will think loving thoughts and do things that will emulate love in your day. Difficulties arise when we demand ourselves things that don't match our current vibration. Damn, this card is on. I got like full body chills right now. Holy moly. Everything happens energetically before it occurs physically. Yup. Yup. That's a major yes. If you try to do it the other way around, you will feel frustrated, sad, and defeated. Get into the feeling. That was the Moon and the King of Cups reversed. Get into the feeling you think you will feel when you have the thing that you desire, and your inspiration to create more of the same will come to you. I had this like really beautiful experience with this specific video. Like yesterday, let me put this down over here. Yesterday, I had this sort of kind of powerful, like a message, like I said, like you need to make a video. And I was like, okay. And it needs to be like the videos that you used to make for like the pick a card readings, but like just something like slightly different. And I could not, I have a million other things to do, and I'm getting ready for my retreat, my Lionsgate retreat in Sedona. And I was like, this is the only thing I want to do right now. And it was like completely not on the to-do list, something random that I haven't done that I've never done actually. But then somehow I was like, this is actually what you need to be doing right now. Because it came from inspired, I'm taking inspired action by doing this. Like I'm literally putting aside all of these other things that are on my to-do list to be in this energy, because I love this energy of creativity. So that's what this is talking about. And I love that this whole reading came up from this itself. Okay. Here is the next card that we got. It is from the Gene Keys Oracle cards. It is the 51st Gene Key with the gift of initiative. You can't get any clearer with this stuff, you guys. I mean, this picture is really cool. And then the fact that we got, look, this guy looks like a monk And we got the Mount Kailash, like in Tibet. Like, I mean, there's something kind of really, no, like amazing about this. Okay. The 51st gene key moves from the shadow of agitation to the gift of initiative to the city of awakening. Wow. Creative initiative. What? Like, this is what? We got inspired action, creative initiative. Like, dude. Creative initiative is the path of every human spirit. Every one of us must at some point in life leave the crowd and head off into the uncharted wilderness of our heart. Okay, Leo. I freaking love this. My gift to you. I am not here to lead you. I am here to initiate you. Oh, fuck yes. It is time to step off the beaten track. Ooh, yes, that Wheel of Fortune card. Release everything you've ever been taught and embrace an entirely new way of being. Uranus conjunct the North Node. I am so glad I did this reading, you guys. It's blowing my own mind. Though maybe I just needed to hear it. Though you may stand upon the shoulders of others, in the end, only you can take the leap. There is no safety net. Ooh, no way to avoid fear. The Moon. If you want to transcend fear, move through it. That is what our spirit guide said with the 8 of Cups. Let your awe-filled heart, Sun and Leo, lead you back to your own heart. Oh my God. Good fortune, Wheel of Fortune, is inevitable when you trust the love inside. I'm not making this up, you guys. Good fortune is inevitable when you trust the love inside of you. If you do have a need to compete, do not compete with others. Funnel your competitive urges into your own creativity. Boom. And soon you will find competition replaced by deeply fulfilling collaboration. Whoa. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. What? Okay, there's no words. I don't even need to describe what just happened. That is the perfect. And if you want to know more about the gene keys, you can get the book by Richard Rudd, and it is amazing. And pull your Gene Keys profile from genekeys.com. Here's what we need a little ounce of this month. Perspective. Yes. It is the way that you see the world that is the difference. Remember the moon. Remember in the moon card, we had the reflection of the moon in the water, and I was talking about perspective and how you can be looking at something, but you're not actually looking at the truth. It's like looking at a painting or a photo of something. Like, yes, you're looking at what it is, but it's distorted, or it's like not the actual thing that you're looking at. You're looking at a perspective of a perspective of a perspective. So perspective apparently is a big deal for us this month of Leo, and the house that we need to focus on. Wonderful. I'm just kidding. The 4th house of the home. I belong. So what's significant about this 4th house energy? The 4th house is about home and family. It is about focusing on our closest, like, relatives. And I'm not talking like, this doesn't just have to be blood relatives. Like, our closest relatives can literally be people that we feel are family to us. Like in the native cultures, they'll call someone their nephew or their niece or their daughter or their sister, and it's not blood related. It's like we adopt each other because we are all one. We are all family. And this is, whoa, that was it right there. That's the reason why this card is coming out. We are all family. We are all in this together. This great shift of humanity with Uranus, the North Node, the Wheel of Fortune, like it's happening for all of us. It's not happening to us. It's happening for us. And that powerful collaboration that 51st gene key was like bringing up for us is exactly what this is because we are family. That song literally just came into my head. Okay, one last thing. Let's roll the Astro Dice and see what we get. Okay, we got, Venus. Venus. Baby Venus. Ooh, Cancer. Dude, that is crazy. And in the 4th house, okay, we get the 4th house again. So this says important family, loved ones. That's huge. Relationships, Venus. Cancer, nurturing. We need to nurture our family. And I'm not talking about like your direct family. I'm talking about we need to nurture our family. This is what this Leo season is about. Family, our human, global, earthly, collective family. And nurturing those relationships and nurturing each other and nurturing ourselves. Because as we nurture ourselves, we listen to our heart, we listen to our emotions, we trust, we take inspired action. We make the world a better place. That was epic. I am so glad I did this. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Please leave a comment below. Just like anything, even if it's just one word, leave a comment below, please, if you're watching this video. Let me know what you think about it. Do you like it? Do you want me to do it again? I absolutely had so much fun. This was so insightful. And now I'm like, okay, I understand why I needed to do this, because now I'm ready for my day. Like now I have the information that I need about Leo season to help me like move forward. How beautiful, how powerful. Thank you so much. And I hope that you have a beautiful and powerful Leo season. Sat Nam.